Hey Tim, I'm here with Adam. We're at Glen Drive, and we're going to walk through the final inspection. Adam's going to point out everything that he's done to the place. To begin with, you can see the tile was installed here in the main room, and the walls have been painted. Holes taken care of.
As well, the doors, Tim, were painted. They were blue.
All right, what's next on the list?
All right, we had some missing plates. If you look over here, there were some new plates we had to install for the cable and for the outlet covers. Nothing major there, just some odds and ends. Moving into the kitchen. We got a drywall repair right here that's done. This is an access panel. I just got to screw this back on. I was telling Robert a minute ago I left this open because there is a small leak in the drain pipe in here. It's not clogged anymore, but just keep an eye on it. I think we're going to be okay. It's just a drip and there's a big hole there. It's just going into the dirt. Now that we got the clog undone, it's not filling up to the point where it's leaking and overflowing, so it's fine. I'll put that back on. In this room, this trim here was part of the additional list. We glued this on and reinstalled that, as I sent you the before picture of that. In the kitchen here, we had several cabinet doors were reinstalled. This was one of them. Needed new hardware, both hinges and doorknobs. If you look over here, this door was one of them. So we reinstalled this door here. New hardware. This one was one of them. And this all, I'm sure if you had a previous walkthrough, you probably saw this. This hardware was missing. So all the cabinet hardware and doors are in and functioning properly. This room, of course, was painted. Everything in here was blue, so you can tell we just put a neutral color on it. Any drywall repairs we did, we painted all the casing. I did not do behind this fridge. I figured once the new fridge goes in, that's up to you. I'll do it if you want, but and I did notice we need to put another cover plate here, so I'll get the cover plates for those. Moving into and the hood is not done. I'm doing that today. I was hoping to do that before the walkthrough. I just ran out of time, but that'll be done today. There were light bulbs in here too that we put in. As you can see, all the lights are working. Besides that, I think that's it for the kitchen. We can move into the laundry room now. In here, let's flip this light on just so we can see. Yeah. In here was basically cleanup. We painted the whole room. There was wallpaper up along here. We took all the wallpaper down. There was like an 8-inch border. Filled all the drywall repairs in. There was a drywall leak up here. I still got to do a touch up right there with some paint. That's just a little bit of that spot I missed. But you can see, if you remember from before, this was all, we repaired this with drywall mud, and we got the ceiling all good. Now that the roof is repaired, obviously it's been pouring rain here, so we know right away that the roof is holding up perfect because we've gotten rain every day and there's no spots reoccurring. Again, paint in here, clean up. There was a dead cat behind this that we got cleaned up. Luckily, the smell and stuff is a lot better and looking good. All right, moving into this back. I want to call this the back extra family room. This was the one, Tim, that had the missing trim along the outside. You can see this is all installed, caulked, and painted all around the entire room. This Robert gives you a visual there.
What else? Door.
Okay, now the door. When we got this, got to here, this door would not close. And I sent you a video of this, so I got this freed up and adjusted properly. This lock that we had on here would block, and we need to put a new one on there, so we had a key so that the tenants and Robert had access to it. I put a handle on both sides rather than trying to bore out a new hole, which would have been a nightmare. I just bolted a handle on both sides, so now you've got perfect operating door, closes and locks. One thing here too is the tile at the bottom, like I showed you, Tim. This was full of gunk. I don't know what they put in there originally, but we chipped all that out, put tile in there, and then grouted it, so that finishes off the threshold. Again, that was an extra line item. I think for in here, besides the paint on the walls, that was everything in this back room. So, I think that's it for this side of the house. Again, we left the fridge out until we get a tenant. Now, I just wanted to point out, Tim, while we're in here, there were a couple spots on the ceiling. One here that I sent you a video on that had water damage at some point. Again, you can see it's painted and looking good. We've gotten tons of rain. And in here, there were some other spots along the edge, painted, you know, as part of the extra paint work that I did, kills it, primed it, and, you know, got it looking good. So, okay, the hallway, we had missing hardware on this door. It's part of the extra. That's in good. It's just a privacy for the bathroom. Paint in this hallway on the walls, casing, doors, and also this attic access and the ceiling was repainted as I showed you on the previous video. That was it. Oh, there's also tile that runs through this hallway that we installed. We'll move to the bathroom. There was some missing light bulbs in here. The vinyl on the floor, there were about 5 pieces that had to be re-glued. Was on the original. This was all just clean up. The walls, this was an extra paint, was not included, but we put it in the additional. We repainted this whole room. As you saw from the previous, it had marks all over it. The ceiling, the tub that was not draining before, that we had the miracle happen to it. As you can see, I'll let it run here for a few minutes.
What about the cap that goes there?
Yeah, I'm gonna reinstall this cap, Tim, today. I was on my way to go to the hardware store and Robert showed up, so I'm getting the cap put back in today, as well as the hood. You can see that's draining great now. No problems there. Besides in here, I think that was everything.
Wow, that heat lamp gives off some heat, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Really dry it off quick. So I think it's into the bathroom. Oh, and then I'll show you the window when we go outside. You can't see it from the inside. Okay, this room here, again, paint, all the doors, all the trim. All the ceilings in here were gone through. Got a good visual on that.
And there wasn't anything in the closet, right? There was
Yeah,
just,
we didn't paint the inside of the closets. I mean, we
it
could.
was just stuff.
Yeah.
What about that hole up there? Was that ever talked about?
Oh, no, it wasn't. You know, not a big deal. We can get that patched up. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's the first time I've seen that, so I'll get that taken care of, Tim, not a problem. Again, we didn't paint the inside of these 2 closets. It's a problem, Tim. We can do it, not a big deal. I figured they're just closets. Tile on the floor. This is one of the rooms that we did. You can see everything's looking nice and good with that. Here was the sill that I showed you, Tim. It had the tile on it from before. We had to do a 2-piece sill. They didn't make that tile that they had before, so I just put a marble sill in there. You can see, and it's a 2-piecer rather than the individual tiles. Everything's in caulked. So that was it for this room, I think. Again, we'll address that issue with that ceiling. Just the first time I noticed that. Coming into here. Again, light bulbs and all these fans we installed. Same thing here, paint on the walls, trims, doors. Ceilings as well. Check this closet out while we're in here. The holes in here. We had some cover plates too that were missing in here that we installed. cable outlet, cover plate and stuff, you can see.
Alright.
Just so you know too, Tim, there were no screens missing in this unit like we had in on the duplex. Oh yeah, one of the things I forgot, this was one of the other pieces of hardware that was missing, was on this door, we got that in. And also the deadbolt on the front door the key was not working in it, so I had to replace that. Obviously, without a key working, it was pretty much useless. We got it from the inside.
Alright, so what we get on the outside now?
So we're going to move to the outside. And one thing I want to mention too, Tim, while we're just from the inside, you know, we had baited the cats out of the attic. We had 2 dead cats on the inside we cleaned out. All right, the soffit vent. This is all new going around the outside. That was on the original bid list. You can see that's all in, keeping the cats and stuff out. Paint on the outside too. This was a pink color. Now you can see it's the same neutral color as the inside. Everything's been cleaned up out here too, Tim, just getting it ready.
Were there any screens repaired? I can't remember if any of these were broken or not.
No, they were in decent shape, so that was
Cool.
no screen issues on this one. We got the AC cage, which is actually not finished yet. My guy didn't have the right bolts. He's coming back. He's also missing a bar on this side here. So this is not done as of today, but hopefully we'll have it done by the end of the day. So I'm going to get back to you on this one. I can, you know, if we can send you a picture of it when it's done, not a big deal. We had to put a pad here. That was part of the extra. So we had something to bolt it to. You can see that's in process. The AC chase, that was down. That was part of the extras. That's reinstalled now. Again, it leaves no access for cats and also protects all the AC drain lines. Paint on the back of here, kind of get a view of what that's looking like. There was cleanup on the backyard here. There were a bunch of debris and stuff. I don't know if you saw that we cleaned up. Yard right now is almost due for another mowing. We're getting a lot of rain right now, but as we discussed, I'm going to mow it for you about once every week and keep it nice and knocked down until you get a renter. Okay, this window over here, Tim, is the one that we're going to be replacing. Same issue as the other house. It's the fancy dancy casement windows that just get all bent up and don't shut. So you can see I can't even open it, but it won't shut. That's a big issue with letting AC out and bugs in, and so this is going to have to come out. Won't shut. Besides that, we got paint over here. And we got some vents too. Robert, you can just get a view of that so you can see. All along the edge of here. It's all installed. And then just on the side here, we got paint. This whole wall. It's a little dirty on the bottom here from the grass clippings. I'll maybe hit that with some water. That's broken. I don't know if that's a big deal.
It just needs to sit on there, doesn't it?
Yeah. Got it on there?
Yep.
Alright, that's fixed. Again, paint on the front here. One thing I noticed too, Tim, is we're probably going to want to put a blank plate over this. Robert, you can get a view of that. Not a big deal, just a few bucks or whatever from parts. It's not really safe there, having that wide open. Somebody stick their hand there and get electrocuted. Oh, there was one other thing in the backyard I wanted to show Tim.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Besides that, I think it's all the paint and stuff is the rest of what we did on the outside here, Tim. There was one thing that my lawn guy that helps me out noticed before we did the first cut. see on the back here, Tim, we installed a handle on this side too. There's a broken cleanout out here. Notice
Broken what?
right here. Tim, we're gonna need to glue. A fitting on this with a cap. Again, my guy, he noticed it before he cut it. He didn't break it. It's been like this. We don't want to leave that like that. Debris and stuff get down in there, and we got problems. That was the last thing, I think. Besides that, Tim, I think that's and then the roof repair. Do you want to get up and walk the roof? Maybe do a new video and walk the roof.
You can walk the roof if you want. I don't do roofs.
Okay, it's fine. Tim, again, all the roof repairs are done. If you want, just contact me via email, and I'll do a video for you on the roof. It's up to you. But you know, as we can see from the inside, everything's dry. There were a bunch of shingles missing. All that's been done. So, your call on that, Tim. Besides that, that's everything.